I came to the understanding that the world runs on opposites. And the entrepreneurs, the leaders, the creators, the CEOs, the managers that win are the ones that bring these opposites into alignment. So what I'm about to mention in this video goes beyond the surface level of balance. This is through my observation. And hopefully you could agree with this too. You got vision versus execution. So the founders, creators, the leaders, CEOs, managers have a God-given vision, sort of like a dream, the dreamer. But you have to become a executor as well in order to operate and execute. And once you align these both, you'll win. Especially, I mean, not even in the beginning stages, from beginning to the end. You got to know how to operate within your vision to make it happen. Then you got control versus surrender. See, these titles or these roles that I mentioned, like leaders, CEOs, managers, might want to control every outcome. But you can't control every outcome. You can't have the correct response to an outcome. I believe in focusing on the input and responding correctly to the outcome. So that means you have to surrender to the people that you got, the systems or the processes that you got in play. You got to be able to surrender to that and adjust and pivot and move, respond correctly. Then you got like profit versus purpose. Like, can't compromise the short term or compromise your long-term goals or objectives for short-term gains. There's like energy leaks that are masked by profits. Little wins that aren't about longevity and don't compound with interest. And here's a little thing that I learned within my journey, entrepreneurial journey, that eventually the work that you put in, I mean, talking about profit and purpose, like short term and long term, if you consistently put in the work, money starts to flow in. It'll come in from all angles because the universe sees your consistency, your persistence, your resilience, and through that work, it's like an IOU. So it's not the thing that you're doing now or the knowledge that you gain or the wisdom or the understanding that you made a decision, something happened, and then you got the money for it. It's all the work that you did. And the universe gave you an IOU for everything that you did for the world and yourself. And it gives you a lump sum or in increments, but it just starts flowing because you have a flow now. And then there's like chaos. versus order. See, when we talking about a visionary, because I see myself as a creator, and it's tough for me sometimes because then it's order. I'm not saying that you have to be organized. You do have to be a little organized. But you don't want to get caught in the conceptual box of so much order that there's no intent behind it. Like you're like a robot. So in creativity, me with my music, everything I ever did was out of creativity. It was spawned from a spark, but I was lacking some order. So there's like chaos versus order in this entrepreneur journey. And creativity thrives in chaos. It's just putting systems in place to allow that creativity to flow within yourself. So everything I say, this channel is about turning everything in personal life into your business life. It's just a mirror. So since we talk about duality, it's just bringing those things in alignment. So those things, those are the things that might be in contradiction. But duality isn't about choosing one side. It's about bringing these things into alignment. Because becoming both a visionary, an executor, and being soul-led and system-driven is important in this crusade, this journey, this life. So when you collapse like alignment in your philosophy and personal identity in business, it has stopped contradicting each other. So this is an internal conflict that reflects within you and your business. So this is a thought-provoking question that I do want to ask in between what I'm saying. I might go off track a little bit. But do you believe that the conflict that you see in this world is the conflicts that are going on within you? It's something to think about. Something that you feel, a conflict that happens within this world that you feel emotionally attached to. You think that's a conflict that's going within you? So I want you to ask yourself, is duality, like, where is duality running in your life? Where is it running in your life? What if, like, it wasn't split into two and it was just one, like, as a whole? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Like, where is duality running in your life? So what I'm saying in this video is for the inner conflict in leadership. This is what happens within leadership. And it's raining. I love it. I don't got the car on or nothing. It's nice and warm in here. I got a t-shirt with the pocket on the side. I remember these back in the day. You put the pen right there or something. So what I'm talking about in this video is the conflicts in leadership. And this is like what CEOs, managers, and leaders, and founders, and entrepreneurs they feel pulled between. Or like you may be carrying this duality within you silently, but it's reflected within your business. See, I understand this struggle from an operator standpoint and an entrepreneur, because I'm not here to mislead you. I am an entrepreneur, but I do have a 9-to-5. So I understand it from being in a certain industry for almost a decade, on and off. These are the things that I'm talking about is through observation and actually being in the trenches. From leading within that industry and being an operator. But me, as an operator, I still make decisions as a leader. The leaders actually value my opinion and my strategies. So I'm just showing you these blind spots within leadership, these conflicts. There's also like misalignment between your personal and your business identity. This is where it gets even a little contradicting as well. Where in your business, you attach emotions to it. Let's say, for instance, you in sales and things is not going well. Those emotions that came from whatever transpired, you attach those emotions upon yourself. I'm no good. See, I can't even communicate well. And that'll reflect within your home. And this is why some like entrepreneurs need therapy. Because they attach these emotions that happen in their business to their personal identity or personal life. And you got to learn how to separate the two and when to bring these two together. And that's a big one, because that could lead to a lot of things. Divorce, not being able to communicate well with your kids, or not understanding what's happening with your kids and being able to teach them or have the time, get your time back to even sit down with them and enjoy being around your family and spending quality time, due to attaching emotions that happen within your business and bringing it home. You got to learn how to separate those two as well. But there are fundamental principles that can fuse and mix together to give you a guideline and a foundation on how to manage these two. And this is through experience. I felt these emotions as well, and that's why I'm discussing this duality. And I believe that it's important to bring it into a singular thing and knowing when to split those two and bring them together as well to create a marriage. So there is a pain and release. So there is a vacation to this. Of course, I want to go deeper into this topic because there's so much to talk about. But I like doing this on one-on-ones. I really noticed too that it's just I could only work with certain people, just who I am. I can't just work with everybody. I'm not all about the views. I'm not subscribers. I like to work with who I magnetize in. I want my reputation to precede my status or my work to precede my status. I'm not status as far as knowing what I do and being an expert in my field, yes, but not status as far as like famous. I'm not into that. I can't. There's like, in order to have freedom, you have to have boundaries as well. So, yeah, this should bring you peace of mind and stop the constant guessing or firefighting, which I developed the Founders Frequency OS. I'm putting it together right now, and I'm going to just give it away because that's what I do within my business. I also developed a system where you become aware of these hidden patterns and blind spots and how it leads to something. I'll give it to you. It's like this. I'm not going to go deep into it, but this is how the operating system goes. It's from internal chaos to external impact. So you got, this is what stops the constant firefighting or indecisions or constantly guessing. You got from low self-awareness to tactical growth, from internal coherence to aligned execution. You got from energetic expansion to magnetic leadership. And then you got from founders frequency mastery to multiplicative impact. So that system allows you to see and allows you to grow and know the geometry of you and your business. So the vacation you also came for is the clarity of direction, because you step away from the noise and just everything gets kind of simpler. It gets simpler. Doesn't mean that these things still don't happen. Imagine having a garden with no weeds. You didn't intend for the weeds. It's just the disruption that comes with it. So I'm not selling you like a fake dream where these things just magically disappear. You just learn how to respond to these things correctly. Getting these opposites to exist together is a big win. A big win. A big win. And you stop living in contradiction from who you are and how you live. So yeah, I'm going to end this because it's pouring out here. And you already know the slogan, man. Let's keep it infinite.